All right, guys, here we are, Alpha Fantasy Football Show. We are going to be doing a $1.5 million underdog best ball draft. First place is 1.5 million. I have about 8 or 9, 10 of them left of a max 150. So let's get us pulled up here. All right, guys. So we got it pulled up. Let's go in. Best ball mania. Okay, so we are waiting for 10 people to fill here. Now, if you guys like this video, please hit the little button, little thumbs up, and the subscribe button. That helps me out a lot. All right. Should be gearing up here. Sometimes these late ones take a little while. Now, I want to know in the comments too. Please comment on what your favorite stacks are, what you're going with for number 1, 2, or 3 pick. Usually, Christian McCaffrey is my number 1 overall. Obviously, he just smashes at that position. We're moving quick here. We got 6 people waiting. All right, here we go. Here we go. 1.5 million is what we need to win here. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about my other drafts that I have done. I have done good in the Chow Chow. Chow Chow got me 25,000. I did pretty well in some of the super flexes. Super flex is a double quarterback. Done pretty well there. Up close to right around 90,000 total. Boom. Boom, boom. Oh, what is the autographs in the back? Okay, so the helmets in the back are the orange one up there is Jim Brown, Cleveland Browns, one of the best running backs ever. The Lions is Barry Sanders, who is the best running back of all time, in my opinion. I'm a big Texans fan. You can see that. Now, behind me, you got Larry Bird, and then under that is Larry Johnson, one of the best rivalries ever in NBA basketball. And then the other picture up there is Pele. All right, we are waiting for 3 guys. 2, waiting for 2. Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay out there. I've been adjusting this sound. This is all, new, so have kind of messing with it here. But let me know of how the sound is coming out. If it's staticky or anything on your end. Obviously, I watch them too. But any feedback you can give me to make the experience better for you guys, let me know. Come on, two more. I'd like to win this 1.5 mil this year. Bang, hit him with it. Get the elbows and go. Bam, boy, bam. Drop them elbows. Yeah. Are we going? All right. Come on, let's see what we get here. We got the dreaded 11 spots. 11 and 12 spots been tough this year, guys. It's been really rough, really rough. So we are gonna try. Turn this phone off here. Beeping on me. All right. All right, about to start here. Let me see if I notice any of these guys in here. We got quite a few Badge Brothers. Badge Bros. Let's see. We've got a couple of badges here. Now, what the badges are, guys, are the red and white are over 1,000 drafts. The black and white are 500 drafts over. But once you get to 1,000, you get the red and white. And I don't know if they're going to come out with something else later on. All right, so let's see. McCaffrey goes, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill. Now this is half PPR, guys. All right. We are 6 picks away. So what you want to try to do here, guys, is just grab a wide receiver, grab as many as you can, usually out the front. A good strategy is also getting what they call an anchor running back. So a Brees Hall, a Bijan's been pretty popular right now. This would be awesome if one of those guys would fall to us, but I doubt this Noah here is probably going to let that happen. Yeah, 11 and 12 spot has been brutal this year, guys. It has sucked. Tough spot to deck, especially best ball. But sometimes you can get lucky. Let's see. And some guys can drop to you. All right, one away. Now we, obviously what you want to try to do as well is grab stacks and correlated. Correlated means that they are playing each other. Well, we got a Garrett Wilson right here. This is nice. Garrett Wilson in the 11th. So correlation, basically like Arizona and the Rams, they play each other in week 17. All right, he took Gibbs. Man, I would love Harrison to come back here. Come on, Harrison. Nice. All right, he went 2 running backs, which is not too good. It can work sometimes, but I wouldn't recommend it. All right, let's see what these guys got going here. All right, look at the board. All right, so we'll go through the first round. Pretty standard. Christian McCaffrey, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now, I like Amon-Ra St. Brown and Justin Jefferson. Everybody's like all about Jamar Chase this year. The thing about Jamar Chase is, first, he's injured. It was good news that is coming back, uh, and that he's coming into practice. We thought he was going to be a holdout. Uh, the thing about Chase though is if you look at his targets, he doesn't get as many targets as these guys. None of these, not CeeDee Lamb, not Tyreek Hill, not Amon-Ra St. Brown, Justin Jefferson. He plays in cold weather. The thing about Amon St. Brown is that guy is playing 13 games out of his games this year, out of whatever it is, 17 games, 18 games. They're playing indoor. So he's playing 13 games indoors. So that makes him a stud. Jamar plays outside. Jefferson plays inside. Tyreek Hill plays in Miami. CeeDee Lamb also plays inside. So to me, Jamar Chase is a 6, 7, 8, or 9 guy. I think any of these guys right here, Brees Hall, AJ Brown, Bijan Robinson, any of those guys could be ahead of Jamar Chase. Now, don't get me wrong, Jamar Chase has crazy upside, but I do like CD, Tyreek, Amon, Ross, St. Brown, and Justin Jefferson ahead of him. But you got to have some exposure to Jamar Chase in these. So let's go to the back here. Obviously, Puka, Garrett, and then this guy here goes 2 running backs, which I don't recommend. This guy does as well, but I do like his a lot better. Brees Hall and Devon A-Chain. He's going to have to do some catching up, which he's probably fine right there in the middle. But down here on the end, that's tough. All right. Okay. All right. Second round coming around. And here's my thing about the Malik Neighbors too, guys. I'm not a big Malik Neighbors guy. For one, Daniel Jones is not a good quarterback. He's a running quarterback, and I know people are like, "Oh, he scored all these points and all this," but he scored all those points running. I think he had like 15 touchdowns or something thrown. Guy's never thrown more than 25 touchdowns. I don't even think he's gotten 23 touchdowns. So Malik Neighbors, I mean, I like guys Olave, Cooper Cup. I know Cooper Cup's older, but Stafford slung the ball more than anybody last year. So the Malik Neighbors thing is not. If he had a great quarterback, I would love him. The talent's there for Malik, but yeah, not my candidate. And everybody's all on him this year, and I do like the guy, but they're taking him over. Debo, Cooper Cup in certain areas. Brandon Ayuk, DK Metcalf. Even I mean, he's not going to outproduce DK Metcalf or Devontae Smith or Devontae Adams unless he gets a quarterback. All right, it's coming back up on us. And then, these guys, they say, oh, well, what about Drew Lock? Well, Drew Lock is a walking interception, basically. I mean, the guy, I think he threw three interceptions in one game twice, and he's only played in the league a few times, and that was with Denver. Dude's not good. All right. All right, guys, let's see. What are we sitting with here? We have Garrett Wilson and Marvin Harrison. Let's see what we can do here. I love Houston this year. They should ball out. Okay, this guy went. We're going to see. Let's see. We're going to try to do Tank Dell. And hopefully this guy, I was hoping he wasn't going to go Stephon Diggs there. We could have grabbed him. And it's stacked with Strode. But I'm very happy with this here. Michael Pittman. Here, I think it's definitely tough sledding. And it could go either way. But when you're getting these guys, you want to grab number ones on teams. That's what you want to do. Tank Dell, him or Stephon, I think is going to be the two. Nico Collins is the alpha dog there. Mm. And when you're doing these drafts, guys, start kind of looking about what you're going to do here. This is a good setup. Any of these guys, we can get their quarterbacks fairly late. Obviously, Pittman and Strode are right here in the middle. Coming up here, Richardson, ADP of a 59. Strode is a 70, but these guys here, Garrett Wilson and Marvin Harrison, you can get them somewhat late. Obviously, Kyler Murray has moved up a little bit. He's at a 72 ADP now. And Garrett, you can get Aaron Rodgers crazy late. Crazy late. All right. Okay, let's look at this, guys. So, Josh Allen goes, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. But yeah, when you're getting these wide receivers, see, I like what this guy is doing here. He's sitting here. He's got all number one ones. Okay, I want number ones on my team. Some of these guys, I get what this guy was doing here. Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, but Devontae Smith, I guess he's somewhat like a number one. Brown's obviously the guy there. But I love what this guy in the 5 hole is doing. He's got Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins, Devontae Adams, and Rashee Rice. Now, Rashee Rice, people are speculating on him that he's not going to get suspended till next season. Hopefully that's the case for some of these. I'm pretty light on Rashee Rice. Hopefully he doesn't come back and bite me. And I love what this guy's doing here too. Christian McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp, Brandon Ayuk, T. Higgins. Higgins is going to have, should have a decent year. I'm not big on T. Higgins this year. But and it kind of hurts that Jamar Chase came back and is playing. But he's gonna. I mean, 4th round is fine for T. Higgins, and he's a guy that can actually probably play better than what's on. People are thinking what's on paper. He could play much better to a higher level. He could be a number one on another team, but he's stuck with Cincinnati. And Jamar Chase is the alpha there. And that's all we bring to you is alpha. Okay? We're bringing the alpha. Alpha dog. We're dropping bones on him. Drop them bones, boy. Mhm. All right, we are coming up here, guys. Let's see. We've got 4 wide receivers. Okay, so Anthony Richardson went, and I was gonna kinda eyeing him there, to grab him. He's got crazy upside. Richardson, it's news out of camp is that he's turning a lot of heads. Now he didn't look great the other day in the game. Was kind of a mixed reviews there. Looks like he's still got some growing pains going on. Learning the NFL. Ba-ba-bum. All right, guys. So we are coming up. It's 59th pick. I do like James Cook here. He's going to get a lot of work. A lot of work. Okay. Let's get us some James Cook. Get our running back out. Some uh, anchor running back build somewhat, I guess, kind of there in the middle. Usually you take the anchor running back early and then don't come back till about the 7th round. All right. Let's try and go. What do you guys think? You know what? Let's try and go Chris Godwin, Jaden Reed. On the wait. Psyched you guys out. Reed was the pick the whole time. I like Reed. He's explosive. It's crowded there. A lot of that has to depends on what Christian Watson is going to be doing. Uh, you know, he says he's over his hamstring injury. Who knows? All right, so we went Jaden Reed. Oh, there's Chris Godwin. We were giving you the fake out on. Next guy, I like Chris Godwin back to the slot this year, so he should do better than he did last year. Uh, you know, Evans is obviously the alpha there, but one in the slot should get some catches. On PPR leagues, he could even maybe be moved up around, in my opinion. Let's see. Got George Kittle and Pitts. I am a George Kittle guy over Kyle Pitts. I think Pitts has a lot of upside. He's a freak of a athlete, but I think George Kittle's offers more upside. Here's the thing about San Francisco too. A lot of people don't know this. They threw the least amount out of any other team, and people are like, "What? Really? Wow." Yes, they threw the least amount. You know, any other team, the Giants, they threw less than the Giants, which I don't even know how that's possible. Less than New England. I don't even know how that's possible. Both those teams are awful last year. Okay. Tight ends are flying off the board here. I wouldn't mind if Strode dropped back to us. Let's see who we got here. So we have James Cook. We have 5 wide receivers: Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison, Tank Dell, Michael Pittman, Jaden Reed. And a lot of people are like, "Hey, who is the number 1 in Green Bay?" It's either obviously Christian Watson or Jaden Reed, in my opinion. Christian Watson, if he can play up to his potential, is probably the number 1. But Jaden Reed they use him a lot like Debo, so he could very much outproduce any of these guys. He didn't come on till like middle late last year um, in Green Bay, but the guy put up. Well, let's go look. How much did he put up? Jaden Reed put up. Reed put up 185 points last year, 94 targets. I mean, he could definitely put up 200 points, and you're getting him in the 6th round. To give you an example of that, we took Pittman, or we took, let's see, Garrett Wilson. We took Garrett Wilson pretty much in the 1st round. Yeah, pick 11, 1st round, and the dude put up 165, 174 the year before. And Garrett Wilson, the guy gets a major, major, uh, targets, crazy amount of targets. So he should be better than, but man, him and Marvin Harrison both have to really, for their draft capital, we're drafting them in the 1st and 2nd round. They got to have some big numbers, or it's pretty much a wasteful pick. And Harrison should have but Garrett Wilson's got Rodgers now, but they should have Harrison should have the volume. What we got? Where we at? Where are we at? All right. Jane Reed. Ferguson, I like that pick there. All right, we're going to go with Aaron Jones here. This will give us some Jaden Reed correlation. Give us our 2nd running back. And let's see. I do like Love. Love probably won't come back to us. See what this guy goes here. Addison. I think we're going to take Jordan Love here, guys. Williams. Okay. It's a little bit below ADP here, but I think we're fine. All right, Jordan Love. Starting to stack. Jordan Love, Green Bay. It's looking good. I like it. I like it. I like it. Bring that alpha. Alpha, baby. How sick would this be? My first video, you guys, and we win this thing. 1.5 mil. Be pretty dope. All right. Here, Mostert. We got Stevenson. I'm okay on both of those guys here. Swift, I think he's a little bit higher than what he should be. Very crowded there. Williams is a guy he's a slinger. He's going to sling it to these wide receivers. I don't know how much he's actually going to be dumping off to DeAndre Swift. And we got to run. They open up the floodgates on the running backs here. And I don't understand why people are out on Cortland Sutton. I like Cortland Sutton. He's come up in ADP, but he is the number 1 there. You're getting a number 1 in the 8th round, 8th, 9th round. That's pretty strong. Now they're not going to throw a lot there. Obviously, they're going to run the ball a lot more. We know that, but Sutton didn't have that bad of a season last year. He was coming off an injury too. Let's go look at Cortland Sutton. And he targets 59 receptions. He had 10 touchdowns. Now, if he brings that up to, let's say, 80 receptions, closer to 1,000 yards, even if he gets the 8 or 9 touchdowns, that's not bad. He's a big target. And that's what Denver's doing there. In Denver, they're basically playing bully ball. They've got 3 tight ends. Three wide receivers, big wide receivers. Also, just news. I don't know if people know this, but Tim Patrick, been there forever, off and on hurt. They are probably going to say goodbye to him. They've already actually came out and said that that's what they're going to do. They are trying to find a trade for him. We'll see what happens. Okay, so it's going to come back to us. We're up in about 7-8 picks here. I was hoping Romeo Dobbs came back to us, but it looks like he didn't. Would have been a nice stack. Let's see what we have here. What do we got? Okay. Tank Dell, Michael Pittman, Jaden Reed, we already got stacked. Aaron Jones, Minnesota Buffalo. Curtis Samuel, I like Curtis Samuel, man. Everybody's kind of freaking out about him right now. He was balling, though, before the injury, the turf toe. And, yeah, I don't much like turf toe either. It's always sometimes they have issues, but sometimes they don't. And they are using that guy in a lot of different ways, from what I've heard out of camp. Now, stacking also, guys, you don't have to stack exactly with the quarterback. You can stack a wide receiver and a running back. We have James Cook. Maybe we jump out here and grab Curtis Samuel, because there's no point really taking Burrow. All those guys are gone. I mean, he's got late wide receivers, and then you can grab Burrow if you have a T. Higgins or a Jamar Chase, and then stack late with him. His wide receivers and his tight end are late. 2 of his wide receivers, which is Jermaine Burton and Asova. All right, we are up, guys. We are up. Let's take Curtis Samuel. And I think we're going to take Wicks if we can get him. Hopefully this guy didn't take Wicks. Let's see. Does he have a... No, he doesn't. He took Burrow. Come on, Wicks. Give us Wicks. We'll get us a little double stack. Get us a little double stack. This dude. All right. Let's go ahead and we will grab... We got some good ADP here on Spears. I like Spears. But we are going to go and grab Goddard. Oh, God damn it. That was my bad. We got Daniels. We could maybe make that work. Uh, Not used to drafting on computers, guys. So we just found out. Reds. Oh, Commanders. Always put Redskins still. I like De'Ami Brown. Get some tight end action. Okay. Let's go over here and look what we have. Boom, 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 boom. Can't believe I did that. I've done that the other day too. On my phone. You know what happens. Hey. Okay, so we got Jaden Daniels. This actually might actually work out for us, that little mess up on my behalf. Looks like it'll be kind of falling. Hopefully we can get Austin Eckler. I like Austin Eckler this year. Obviously, I like Robinson better. People are out on Eckler a lot. He is older. The thing about Eckler, though, is, it's the same guy. They brought him that went to the Commanders from San Diego, brought him over. They went and got him. So he is familiar with everything. And he's been in this system before with Melvin Gordon, I believe. So he's familiar with it. This is nothing new for Austin Eckler. And he's going to produce there. He is going to be down in the passing downs. Come on, what do we need? And they could very well go with a hot hand there. I like Jerome Ford this year too. He should be a smash. Chubb's going to be on the, he's not playing the first 4 games. Don't do Foreman and Pierre Strong are going to be the guys behind Jerome Ford. And they might do a little split back. Obviously, Jerome Ford is probably not going to be your goal line back. That's probably why they brought in Dante Foreman at the beginning of the season to fill in for Chubb. And Green Bay, they play Minnesota for that week 17, like I was saying. If you make it to the finals, it's good to have that. And we can probably, we need to get a tight end as well coming up. I do like some of these tight ends. I like these tight ends, though, for both of these teams. You've got Musgrave, and you also have Sinet, and then you've got some sneaky. This guy, Eckler, damn it. Well, all right, so we're gonna have to grab all of our commanders, our Washington Commanders, later. Let's see, what do we have here? We need another running back. We're in a tough spot here, guys, from what I usually do in this situation. I like Frymuth. They are going to use their tight ends a lot. You got some upside too with Pittsburgh. They are going to be playing Kansas City. Those weeks 15, 16, 17. Let's see. We are up next here. We could get Mike Williams and do a 3 here too. Let's grab Mike Williams here. And we can get some Aaron Rodgers for our third quarterback. So we have a little jet stack. Let's see. I think also he took Chubb. I think if we're going to go with Schultz here. He's a week 14 bye. Actually, you know what? We're going to go Freiermuth. Freiermuth gives us a week 9 bye. If we do decide to grab Daniel's tight ends for Washington, which we probably will grab one of them because we do want to get the stack. So we didn't want to be grabbing 14 and Washington also having 14. Now it's okay to do that, to have multiple, tight ends on the same bye week. It's not that big of a deal. And it does, if it works out, it can give you some difference from other teams. All right. Let's go check it out. Round 12. Kirk Cousins. This guy, look here. He stacks up Darnell Mooney. Kirk Cousins he gets. Let's go look at the teams. Okay. Golden Rose. I like what he's doing here. I love this. Grab Kyler Murray. All right. Not too fond of this here. I do like this. You got Lamar Andrews. He went Kyron. Travis Kelce. I like this here. What he's got going. He is catching back up at wide receiver, but he is going a little too heavy on running backs. This guy, I like what he's doing. He went Anthony Richardson. He's going to grab Mitchell and Downs probably late. He did grab Mitchell here. I do like what he's doing. He's got a strong team. This guy here in the 6 hole. Jamar Chase, Drake London, Devontae. He stacked it with Hurts. I like this team very much. He's got Terry McLaurin, so he's got 5 wide receiver. This is, very good guys, typical. A lot of advanced rates happen this way. Going heavy wide receiver. And then let's see, he's going Jalen. He's catching up on running back. And he is stacking his Brian Thomas and his Evan Ingram. This guy's got a great team going right here. He's doing well. All right, we've got this guy started 3 running backs. He's caught up a little bit, but I don't like. He's real weak at wide receiver. I mean, these guys could pay off, no doubt. I like this guy, Jimmy 15. He's doing pretty well here. Grabs his tight end. He got Swift, Xavier, DJ Moore. He's stacking Caleb Williams, which I like. I like this as well. Bijan, and then he's boom, 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 knocking out wide receiver. Pittsburgh, Kyle Pitts, sorry, Pitts for Atlanta. Then he hits Pittsburgh, Najee Harris. And I like Najee Harris this year, guys. He's in a contract year. Uh, everybody was like, "Oh, Warren," and they were like, people were putting Warren and him right next to each other. In this format, this is half PPR. It's not full PPR. Should be ranked way ahead of Warren, in my opinion. Uh, it's crazy what people are doing, having them right next to each other. All right, we got to figure out what we're going to do here. We have to hit running back. What I'd like to do here, I'd like to hit. Man, I would like Musgrave too. Let's see. I would like to hit these two, Rogers and Allen. Get a nice little New York Jet stack. Gives us some difference too. With Brandon Allen, but we have to catch up on running back. We are a little weak at running back right now. We're behind on running back quite a bit. And we're going to take Allen first, and then however this falls, we'll see how it falls. We might have to go with Musgrave or Rogers. I'm good with either one. Although I'd like to get Rogers after I get Brandon Allen here. But at least we get the running back here that we want. All right, he went commit. We're going to go Allen. All right. Bring Rogers up. Musgrave up. Now you got to be real careful when you're doing these drafts, guys. You hit a star, you forget about it, and it'll pick it for you. Whoever's up here at the top. All right. Let me know, guys, how to make the channel better, what put right, wrong. Let me know in the comments. All right, we're going to take Rogers here. All right, so that cleans out, that takes care of all of our three quarterbacks here. Obviously, this is not how we wanted to go when we grabbed Daniels. My fault there. But we're going to make it work. And that's what you have to do, guys, in these. When things don't go your way, you got to pivot. You got to come up with a plan. I think we pivoted pretty good there, and I like it. Especially when we catch up on Daniels later. And, Jordan Love should be solid. Rodgers is a little shaky coming back from everything and his age. But Daniels, he could light it up this year. So I like these three. And I don't have a lot of exposure to these three, to be honest. I do have Love, but I'm very low on Jaden Daniels as of right now and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, obviously. But, when you got Garrett Wilson, we drafted him first. Not bad, especially when we got Mike Williams. We'll take Rodgers. I want a few shares just in case. Hey, you never know. We might get old Aaron Rodgers back. Be nice if he could turn back the clock for us. And let's start looking at what we're going to do too. We can put Conklin up here too. He's a tight end that can stack with our Jets. I would love to get Antonio Gibson here. He should have a great year. We are gonna have to take some long shots at running back. Uh, man, I love Marshawn Lloyd. He's been hurt, and they like AJ Dillon there, and not to mention Josh Jacobs. They're gonna run two running backs. That coach always does. But Josh Jacobs, he can do it all. Obviously, he's that kind of back. And I think they bring in AJ Dillon just because how big of his size at the goal line. And I like grabbing AJ Dillon later than Marshawn Lloyd because you're getting him for free, and not a lot of people are drafting AJ Dillon. He's going undrafted in some drafts. So by you getting him, stacked with your Green Bay, it gives you some difference there. God, we're so behind in running backs. That's all right. We're gonna catch up. We're catching up, people. All right, let's go check. See what we got here. Coming up on us. See quarterbacks right back to back. Okay, coming up on us. See if we can hold off and grab Gibson here. Gibson should have a decent year. They're gonna use him for passing downs for sure. And Ramondre's coming off the injury. Who knows? But Gibson would be a good one to grab. Come on. This guy might go tight end here. Let's see. He went 3 straight quarterbacks. He might grab a running back. Hopefully he doesn't. He might time out and just grab Gibson. Oh, nice. Gibson's still available. Come on, drop to us. We need a Gibson. Oh, Antonio Gibson. Love him. These guys take forever late at night sometimes. Some of these guys are on auto. He picked that guy at the end. All right, guys. We got Gibson. Gibson is in the bag. We do need to grab another running back too. Man, I like Sanat too. But we don't know if Sanat's going to be. He'll probably take over. He's having a good. Well, what people don't understand too about tight ends is they do not know. I mean, the tight ends it's a very hard spot to learn. Very tough to learn. We are going to go with Tyrone Tracy, man. I like him there. I do like Tyrone Tracy this year. I think he's going to be a sneaky upside. Gray is Eric Gray has been doing pretty well. Tyrone's been hurt, but evidently Tyrone was killing it before. He's that back that I think could be a 3-down back. Obviously we know Singletary can't, and I think Singletary will be the main guy, definitely for 8, 9 games, 10 games. But Tyrone Tracy could definitely come on at the end there, especially if the Giants are out of it. They may let him, turn him loose. All right. So, Tommy Brown. I do like Gesicki this year. He's a sneaky guy with some upside. I love Slayton. And Slayton is going undrafted, guys, in some of these things. I mean, he's the number 2 there. I mean, I don't, yeah, he's a little older, but the guy can produce. Let's see here. With a crappy quarterback, 2 crappy quarterbacks last year, he put up 126. Did he just take Slayton? No. Okay. He put up 126 points, but 770 yards, guys. 724 yards, 2022. And I believe he was hurt in both of those years, maybe 1 or 2 games. But, I mean, it's not gonna be a lot of throwing there. Hopefully that changes, and, with Malik Neighbors that, like, everybody says, which we've already talked about, if he can bring targets or bring double coverage on him, this is gonna open up for Darius Slayton, and the guy's going undrafted. Is he gonna put up huge numbers? No, but he could have some big games. I do like Audric Estime this year too, and Will Shipley. Both of those guys could come on strong at the end. Again, that's another. And by looking at this, let's see what we have here. We have a 3-5-7-1. It's a tough situation. We'll probably go 8 receivers. 8, probably 8, 6, 2 or 2, or we probably need 3 tight ends. Yeah, that Jane Daniels really kind of messed my plan up. Oh, we're gonna have to go. Okay, so only got 2 spots left. Ugh. Tight end Zach Ertz. Ertz is old, guys, but you know what? He brought him in. He had him at Arizona. He knows what he can do. And like I said, it's a hard position to learn. So I think, we're going to finish it out with Diami Brown and Zach Ertz. Not real thrilled about how this one went, guys. But that's the way it rolls sometimes. And you just have to roll with the punches. Not too happy about this one. But I will say, out of all these here, this is the guys that I don't have a lot of. I don't have a lot of Mike Williams. I don't have too much Curtis Samuels. Little Pat Frymuth because I do like him this year. They're going to use a lot of 2 tight end sets there. They like to throw their tight ends. That coach does. The offensive coordinator, he is a tight end guy. Diami Brown is interesting. I think, everybody was on him last year. This was going to be his breakout year last year, and everybody was on him. Obviously with Dotson gone, I mean, I like it. I like Diami Brown. People aren't drafting him as well. McCaffrey, we don't even know if he's going to, where he's going to be at on the depth chart. I think Diami Brown could have some big, big weeks for sure. All right. Yeah, this is just how this one went, guys. Okay, Diami Brown. Diami Brown, come on down. We're super weak at tight ends too. It's brutal. Hey, you never know though. Never know. This is not how this draft was supposed to go, guys. But hey, it's the way it is. Kicking myself over here. All right. Zach Ertz, if you can get me 125 points, I'll be happy with that. All right. So let's go over it, guys. We ended up with quarterback Jordan Love, Jaden Daniels, Aaron Rodgers, James Cook for the running back 1, Aaron Jones for running back 2. We got Braylon Allen. Give us a stack. I do like Antonio Gibson, Tyrone Tracy. Maybe he comes on a little bit stronger earlier. We got a nice stack with Garrett Wilson at wide receiver. Marvin Harrison should go off. Tank Dell, I love him this year. I've got a number 1 with Michael Pittman. Jaden Reed should have a great season there. We got him stacked as well. Curtis Samuel, I like him. Mike Williams stacked. Diami Brown stacked. And we're a little weak on tight end. Fryermuth, which I like, should have a decent season. And also Zach Ertz. Hey, he's old. He knows how to play the position. We've seen it before. It can happen where, they turn back the clock, and got him stacked with Jaden Daniels. All right, guys. That is probably going to be it for the stream. Hey guys, let me know what you liked about the stream. Let me know who you're liking this season, how you're playing these things. Put it down here in the comments, and I'll answer anything that I can. If you have any questions for me, or if you just want to tell me how bad my draft was, put it in the comments. I'll read over it. Get back to you guys. All right. Farewell.